Good morning, everybody. It is our preschool storytime craft. The date is the 18th of May, and this month is National Physical Fitness and Sports Month. So we read some stories about dancing, some stories about swimming, and some stories about basketball, baseball, sports and things that make you keep fit. So because our stories had frogs in them, I thought our craft today would be really cool if we made some frog type things. Plus, frogs do some good jumping, which is a really good way to exercise. So the first thing that I thought we would make is, can you guess? Boop. Frog masks, which look pretty cute. And we can wear them and we can practice our jumping. So you should have everything in your craft bag. If you picked your craft bag up today, should include your frog mask, your strap that goes around your head to hold your mask on. You should have some green tissue paper and some red little pieces of paper. So the first thing you need, and don't forget, you need to ask a grown-up for help if you are not comfortable using scissors yet or if you haven't practiced enough. But it's also good practice. So you can see on your frog, you'll have a line of little lines all the way around. So we're going to carefully, not to cut our fingers, we're going to cut our frog head, which will make our mask out. So don't forget, ask a grown-up if you need help. Okay? All right, now the tricky part to this is also you need to cut eye holes. So I always find it easier to fold the paper, make a little cut in the eye like so, and then you can get your scissors in to cut around the eye hole. But if you can't do it, or if it's just that little bit too tricky, then I bet you can get a big brother or a big sister or a grown-up to help you do that. All right, once you've done your mask and you've cut out your frog shape and you've cut out your eyes so that we can see where we're going, when we have our mask on, we're going to make it look more like a frog by giving it some color. So can you see it's got a tongue here? You're going to need a glue stick, and we're going to just pop some glue on his tongue. And that is what the red paper pieces are for. So we are just going to give him a nice red colored tongue, just with this glue stick, so that you can get it on there. All right, so I've got my frog. He's got a red tongue. And frogs have really, really long tongues. Do you know why they have a really, really long tongue? Did you guess? So they can get some insects from the air, and their tongue is sticky and it comes all the way out and it grabs the insect and plop into its mouth. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little pieces of square tissue paper and gently crumple them up. Just give them little gentle crumples. And what we're going to do with these crumples is we're going to cover our whole frog face. So we're going to get a touch of glue and we're going to pop it wherever you want to start. I'm starting here at the top. And we're just going to cover our frog. And crumpling the paper gives it a nice texture. And texture just gives it a little bit of a different feeling. And it makes it a little 3D, which means it makes it pop. Can you see? So I'm covering this whole frog with green, because this frog is going to be a green frog. Some frogs are yellow, some are different colors. So we're going to cover our whole frog until it looks like this. All right, so once your frog looks like this, the only job left to do is to add the strap which goes on the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask a grown-up for help, and we're going to tape one side on first. You could also use glue stick if you want to, but give it a good time to dry. So we're going to have one side on, and I'm going to pop it on my head like this, and I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to measure my head, and then I'm going to stick the other side on so that my mask fits my own head. So you guys measure it to your own heads so that it will fit you. Once you've got your strap on, you can put your mask on and go and do some jumping and some hopping like a frog. Do you know what noise a frog makes? Ribbit, ribbit. So go and get some jumping done wearing your frog mask. Good job, everyone. Okay, so that was the first craft we were going to make. The second, actually we've got a couple, because in your bag I also put this exercise die. And what you do is you cut it out and you stick it all together and you can roll it, see what it lands on. Mine landed on dance. It's back to front for you. So what you do is you take the challenge. So if mine landed on dance, I would do a little dance. If it lands on jump, what do? Jump. Good job. So the second craft we've got today is another frog, which I just thought looked super cute. So you'll have a bag in your bag that looks like this, and it has the directions on there too. But this one is super easy as well. We're going to take out all the pieces that we need. And the first thing we're going to do, I think the first job is to give our frog a nice smiley face, or whatever kind of face you want. So we'll give him some eyes. Mine are shut, and then I'm going to give him a huge smiley mouth like this, because I have got a very happy frog. Looks just the same, they're like twins. We can also add the tongue if you want to now. So where you've got, in your bag, you've got this long strip of paper. And can you see how my frog's tongue curls up? The way we do that is to take a pencil and we curl our paper all the way around the pencil, like this. Just till you get to the end, leave a little bit for glue. So we're gonna hold it there for a minute. I'm gonna find my glue stick. I'm gonna add some glue to the back, and I'm just gonna stick it right on my frog's mouth. And when I let my pencil go, can you see? He's got his tongue. So that's his head ready. Okay, now we need to do his body and his feet. So we're gonna take our paper towel tube, and you can use glue or tape for this. I like to use tape just because it sticks faster. So what I like to do is I like to tape one end on and then roll it all the way around, and then tape the other end. And tape is just a good way to make it stick fast. And you can't really see the tape once it goes on if you get the clear stuff. And we can make that the back of our frog. So that was really easy. So that's his body. Now we need to attach his head to his body. And again, we can just use a glue stick. So we can use our glue stick, give a good dollop on the back, and we're just gonna pop it onto our frog body. It already looks like a frog. It's just missing one thing. Mine's only got 1 foot for some reason. It lost a foot on the way. But in your bag, you should have 2 feet. And what you can do with your 2 feet is you can do exactly the same thing. You can use your glue stick here, and this might just need a second to dry. And you can just stick your feet right on the top using a glue stick. But leave it to dry so that your feet don't fall off like mine. I think I might have moved mine too early and its feet fell off. And that's what we have for crafts today. We have frog masks and we have our standing boing boing hopping frogs. So for National Fitness and Sports Month, make sure you guys go out there and do some exercise. All right, get jumping, get swimming, get running, go and use your jump rope, anything you want. Go do some dancing, and I will see you guys for next week's Storytime craft. Have a good day. Bye, friends.